Na mtazamaji wa Chawamata TV, kama nilivyokuambia, bado tuko hapa Kigali, Rwanda, na sherehe zimehitimishwa za ufunguzi wa chuo cha mafunzo ya udereva wa magari makubwa hapa Kigali, Rwanda, na viongozi mbalimbali kutoka katika nchi mbalimbali wamepata nafasi ya kuhudhuria hapa. Na hapa nipo na makamu wa rais wa chama cha madereva kwa kule Uganda, atakwenda kutuambia hiko chama kinaitwaje, na yeye ndio makamu wa rais. Atakwenda kutupa maoni yake, ama tutakwenda kupata baadhi ya vitu ambavyo tunatamani kumuuliza yeye kuhusiana na ili tukio ambalo limefanyika leo, ikiwa yeye ni mwanamke na hapa amemkuta mwanafunzi mmoja tu wa kike kutoka katika hiki chuo. Twende tukasikilize yeye anaitwa nani na taasisi ambayo inatokea kwa uhakika zaidi inaitwa taasisi gani. Madam, your name and your position and your association that you are coming from. So, welcome.
My name is Justin Nasiwa. I'm the vice president of the Alliance of Heavy Truck Drivers Federation Uganda Limited.
Okay, thank you. Today we have seen that there is only one female student at this truck driving center, while the majority of the trainers are men. In your opinion, what is preventing more women from pursuing truck driving as a career?
Most of the times women are limited by, first of all, themselves. Even yourself can limit yourself to development, towards development. So it is first of all your first empowerment. You have to be passionate on what you want. Believe along that is the society we are living in, and especially the bias they have towards that job of trailer driving. Most of the times it is taken to be a man-centric profession. So for a woman to come out and outstanding and say, now I want to be also as a trailer driver, it is really challenging. So that is why most of the times you will find few to join in the trainings, few on the road compared to the men.
So, but through your experience, you have been a driver for how long?
I started driving when I was young. By the time I was 12, I used to fidget with a car. But serious driving, after getting a driving license, I started driving way back in 2011.
So long?
Yeah, 2011.
What are the problems that you have been facing since?
With the medium vehicles, that was way back in 2011. But when it came to heavy trucks, I started with the LF. That was then I was supporting myself and bringing sand from that place of ours in Zirowe. That is way back in 2012. Actually, endeavoring myself to enter this venture of trucks, I was on maternity leave. By then I was a human resource manager, and we didn't have a driver by then to transport our goods from the company. So I thought of that when I come back from the leave, I must go back when I know how to drive. So when I went back, being a human resource manager, I added myself on a value of knowing how to drive an LF. So it was an additional value. That is how I entered into this venture of heavy trucks.
Okay. Women who choose truck driving often face the stereotypes and sometimes labeled with offensive names as the inexperienced female truck driver. What message would you like to share with the public to challenge these misconceptions?
We cannot stop the public from giving us all sorts of names. Because whenever we pass, we cannot tag on ourselves that we are not this, we are not what you think, we are not what you perceive again about us. So we only have to prove wrong and then tell them, no, I'm strict on the road, this is what I want and this is what I'm focused on. So it is upon your will and say, this is what I want and this is what I can be. Just stay focused, you can make it. Besides anything else, only focus on what you're supposed to do with your truck. Let your friend, the best friend, be the truck, because that is your job. That is all. If you don't have anything else to disturb you on the road, you are going to be a professional and a good driver.
Thank you so much. But based on your many years of experience in driving truck in Uganda and across the international routes, what are the biggest challenges women truck drivers face, and how can they overcome them?
The biggest challenge I've found is that most women fear to give birth. Why? Because we are not assured of the jobs that we have. Because I fear losing the job, losing my truck, then I even fear getting pregnant. Because the moment you get pregnant, they realize you're about 5 months, you can no longer sit for so long. So most of the times I've interacted with men who have given abortion. They fear because now if I get pregnant, then I'm going to lose the job. Because we don't have that assurance that now you are assured, you have an appointment on the job, you are committed that even if you go on maternity leave, just like other companies do, their workers, for us it is still a challenge. You will find a woman who wants to give birth 5-7 years on the road, and because she doesn't have the assurance of the job, she loses back. So most of the time you find before you enter the tracking, someone will say, have you already given birth? And even that's a challenge to some human resource managers. They ask you that, have you already given birth? Because when you enter here, we shall not entertain or tolerate you giving birth on the wheel. So it becomes a trauma issue on you. Sometimes you find someone came in the tracking with only 2 kids, and because she fears losing the job, so it becomes a challenge. It traumatizes women on the wheels. So I feel it is also something that can be considered with other governments, that at least just like any other sectors, women should also be considered in assurance of their job. Someone should go for maternity leave and then come back and then find a job.
So you as a leader and as a woman, what is the best solution that you maybe or their opinion to the government to make sure that they are coming with the strategies that can be the similar to the other companies, to the women who is taking maybe the pregnant and something like that. So may you try to find out the solution or to talk with the leaders according to this situation?
On an individual basis, we have spoken. Now for me, I'm a profession counselor. People come to me and they seek for advice. But my solution would be it is upon the government at least to strengthen a policy and be streamlined, and maybe if it needs to be enforced to private companies, it is upon the government that at least has to enforce this, that let these women be assured, or all companies should enforce this. So if it is not enforced by the government, then these private companies cannot. They will still maintain that status quo. They will still maintain the way, because everybody will behave in his or her way.
So this maybe it will be the reason why the women fearing to enter directly to the truck driving, according to such circumstances.
It is very right, like I have told you, because this is a job, it's a profession job. Now, like you have seen here, people have gone through a training for several months, which means you have got the basic skills. You have been trained by professions. So which means just like any other person who has gone for finance and banking, who has gone for education. So if you get a job, be assured that you can also have maternity leave, unless it is streamlined and enforced by the government. But nobody will come and assure and enforce if it's a private company. I call upon the government to look into that and consider that women are the most precious thing. The moment you manage a mother or a woman well, you have managed the whole economy, you have managed the whole world.
So what the practice or practical steps should the government, driving training institution and the transport companies that can encourage and support more women to join the truck driving profession across the East Africa?
Just like any other sectors, they come in, motivate them, they give promotions, they give awards. So women, when you see women, we normally we are not engaged in fatal accidents. Yes? When it comes to a year and you assess, you will never find women engaged in fatal accidents. So there should be an incentive to be given at the end of the year, just like companies promote. They give gifts, they give awards. So ladies should be also given that priority, at least that, a token of thank you, the best woman on the wheels from this company. So assessments are being done through companies. They should be given and laid out so that women also feel just like any other company's performance, appraisals. So I feel it is a wake-up call that can also empower women to come on the wheels as many as possible.
So when you are going to end up, what the message is I would like to give to the young women who dream is becoming to truck drivers, but they are discouraged by the negative public perceptions or the challenges of their profession?
My humble request or calling is, don't mind on what people say. Believe in yourself and make an outstanding voice. It is you, nobody else. Nobody else will realize that whether you exist or not. So that is what I call for.
Thank you so much, madam.
You're welcome, please.
Na mtazamaji wa Chawamata TV, na tamatisha mazungumzo na makamu wa rais wa chama cha madereva kwa upande wa Uganda. Tukiwa tukizungumza mambo mbalimbali kuhusiana na wanawake kushiriki ama kufanya hizi kazi ambazo za kuendesha malori. Tumeona yeye hapa ana experience kubwa, lakini pia vile vile ni kiongozi kwa nafasi yake, amejaribu kuwa na encourage, lakini pia vile vile amejaribu kuzungumzia kuhusiana na baadhi ya vitu ambavyo au baadhi ya mambo ambayo yana discourage ama yanawapa uzito wanawake kushiriki moja kwa moja, ikiwa ni pamoja na wengine wakihofia pengine akipata ujauzito na kuwa amepoteza kazi. Kwa hiyo kuna vitu vingi ambavyo vinatakiwa kubadilika ama kufanyika ili kuwatengenezea mazingira mazuri na wao kuona kwamba ni kazi ambayo wanaweza kuifanya. Mengine pia amesema kwamba kuwapa motisha pale ambapo wamefanya vizuri ili kuwatengenezea mazingira mazuri hata kwa wale ambao walioko nje kutazama kwamba na kuona hii ni nafasi nzuri wanaweza kufanya. Lakini cha mwisho zaidi ambacho amesisitiza zaidi ya mara mbili ni kwamba usiangalie watu wanasema nini, fanya kile ambacho wewe unaona ni sawa. Mimi naitwa Twalib Mustafa, tuendelea kuzungumza na wengine ili kuweza kupata maoni yao kuhusiana na hiki ambacho kimefanyika leo. Asante.